choke no joke. Yeah. It's choke no joke. Let's go. Choke no joke. Chicken choke no joke. Choke no joke. Niggas choke no joke.
So now I'm at BET, right? I'm producing Rap City. State Property 2 comes out. Who comes up to motherfucking Rap City to promote State Property 2? Dame Dash. Who's the producer? Me. Nigga Dame see me, he walk in, he like, oh shit. Yeah, it's me, baby. I'm producing Rap City. First thing I know, he thinking, damn, I done let this nigga go. Now this nigga producing Rap City. But now he understands he was what he was because he wouldn't be here. So I showed Dame the script for the show. I'm like, yo, you know what I'm saying? This is the show, this is the script, this is what we're gonna talk about, these are the segments. Same stupid nigga. Look at it. Yo, you wrote all this? You did this? Of course I did it. She ain't here. Who else you think did it? It was me all the time, man. But it's, ain't nothing. What's up? Good to see you. All love. Still never gave my money. You know what I'm saying? I still got the content. He ain't even talked to me about that shit. You know what I'm saying? So this is to go to show you how long and how many times I encountered him for him to be talking about I took footage from him. Nigga, you came to Rap City after I quit. You ain't asked me about no footage because you know you still have my money. I done seen you a million times since then. So that's the whole other story. That's the end of the chapter, me talking about Dame for now. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm doing is getting into the politics of the industry. So now I'm working at Rap City, right? So now at Rap City, I started working with this dude named Jason. He's Big Tigger in the suit. He's the nigga, y'all remember Big Tigger in the suit? It was Tigger, then it was the Big Tigger, the nigga that wore the suit. He was also a producer. Yeah, this nigga was a fucking jealous ass hating motherfucker. Cause he was that nigga at BET, and when I came in there, everybody already knew me. Niggas knew me from the tunnel.
Show them over there, Choke. Go around, Choke. Fuck that. Whose house is it tonight? Whose house? Whose fucking house is it tonight? Is it Brooklyn? Queens? Brooklyn? Queens? Jersey? Brooklyn? Queens? Jersey? Brooklyn? Queens? Brooklyn? Queens? Brooklyn? Queens? Brooklyn? Queens?
Niggas knew me from modeling and acting. Niggas knew me from music videos. Niggas knew me from LMC.
We do Mr. Excitement. My man Choke No Joke in the house. It's getting ready to go down, y'all.
What's up, y'all? This is Little Kim.
Dame Dash, CEO Rockefeller Records. New York City, baby. Mafia, East Coast. I mean, right now the block is hot.
Niggas knew me from Rockefeller.
I'm training, man. I can't do that shit.
Training? For what?
Martial arts, kickboxing and shit.
Oh shit. I hear that shit.
I was going thoroughly whooping niggas' ass and shit. I'm next year.
Like y'all be
after that. I'm trying to get there, man.
Word?
Yeah. My trainer is Steve Holt. Very good sensei.
Oh shit. I ain't never knew that. Incredible. I ain't know that.
Niggas knew me. So when artists came in that motherfucker, it was all love. You know what I'm saying? Niggas already knew me. This jealous motherfucking bitch ass nigga try to do any and everything he can to sabotage me. What happens is I'm producing the show's getting ill, I'm coming up with ill ass ideas. Who's that girl that got Esther Baxter, Buffy, Lyric? I ain't gonna even say who at BET used to call them video hoes. Chuck, we don't want them video hoes on the show, and made y'all video vixens by creating that show, Who's That Girl, on BET and giving y'all a voice. Y'all went from shaking your asses to sitting on the couch talking about y'all career, and I gave y'all voices. Y'all know that. Ask Esther, ask Buffy, Ask Sunday Carter, ask Lyric, ask any of them. Moving forth, Hurricane Katrina happens, right? Now, that's another thing that I did with Lee Harris. You know what I'm saying? Lee Harris, he was in the office talking about, yo, I got an idea for a telethon and shit. I'm like, telethon? All right, I sit down with him. We sit and we create this SOS, Saving Ourselves, Hurricane Katrina telethon, right? We pitch it to Penny. Penny like, Lee, we ain't doing no fucking telethon. You know what I'm saying? Get out of here, we ain't doing that. So I'm like, damn, this shit is a dope ass idea. You know what I'm saying? So he like, damn, I know. So I'm like, yo, let's take that to Stephen Hill. He like, I ain't going over Penny head. Nigga, send that shit to Penny. I mean, send that shit to Stephen. Here's when I'm learning politics, y'all, right? We go and we send it to Stephen. Stephen loves the idea. He is Penny. Yo, we doing this motherfucker, we doing this telethon. Penny hit us. Y'all motherfuckers go over my head again. Y'all, that's y'all asses. But we doing it. We do it. It's a successful. You can ask Rihanna, you can ask Jay-Z, you can ask Puffy, you can ask Queen Latifah. All of them was involved and came through and did it. BT raised, I think, either $13, $20 million off of that. That's the second time something that I was involved in raised over $10 million. And I don't get a dollar for it. You know what I'm saying? Don't get the credit for it or whatever, right? So that's when I started learning the chain of command. Even though Penny said no, and I knew it was a dope idea, and Stephen was the person, us going to him, we went over ahead. So that's when I started learning we can't do certain shit like that, right? So I learned my lesson, but not quite right yet, right? So what happens is when the Hurricane Katrina thing happens, when we do the telethon, we create these packages. We got this footage of dead bodies in the water, all the shit that y'all saw in Spike Lee's documentary. Years later, we had at the time when it was happening, right? So we showing all this in the packages, Packages are like footage cut into, you know, increments of maybe 2-3 minutes at a time, you know, that might go into, we might cut to after, you know, Rihanna talk and, you know, ask people to donate. We'll cut to that package. That's what a 3-minute video is showing what's going on in New Orleans so you can contribute, right? When this is done, before it gets to air, the day before it gets to air, we, Lee, and several other people, we spend days in the office. We don't even go home. We washing at the sink in the office. We giving 24, 48 hours nonstop putting this shit together, right? The day before the show's about to air, some dudes come into the office. They all white. They dressed like the Men in Black. I swear to God. Suits, shades on, motherfucking. They come in the office and they come to see what we about to air. They go in the edit bay. They watch the show. They go and have a meeting with Steven and them. Penny come to us and say, yo, y'all got to scrap all that shit. We got to scrap everything? Yo, we can't show none of that. Now, this is the real shit that's going on down in Katrina. The dead bodies floating, people begging for help, people on top of the roofs, fucking the water rising. Like, they told us we had to scrap. We couldn't show none of the real shit. And I'm like, why? We can't do this. Then, that's when I learned, this is BET, but Viacom owns all this shit, right? That's when I learned about politics in the industry. I know that it was BET, but BET don't control what images go on that TV. Viacom controls what images we see. And that's when I started learning about politics, right? Now, like I told you, me and Lee went over Penny McDonald's head and went to Stephen. And that's when I started learning chain of command and not what you not supposed to do when it comes to corporate America, right? So here I am in a situation again. Now, same time during the Katrina was going on, I was producing a show for Rap City, giving away stuff to the victims and survivors. The dude, Jason, this motherfucker was so jealous and so fucking mad. Now, at this time, I got a show that I'm producing that needs to go to the feed in DC, because that's how the shows in BET used to air. We used to cut them in New York, take them to the feed, and we feed them, and they go to DC, and the DC airs the shows, right? So I got a flight that day. My show is done. You know what I'm saying? I done edited up the show. Can y'all feed the show for me? I got to get to the airport. They like, nah, you got to feed your own shit. So these niggas is sabotaging me so I can't go do my show and fucking, so I won't catch my flight to go do the show in New Orleans, because they fucking mad that I'm going to do the show in New Orleans, and they not, right? So I'm getting upset by it. So if I don't feed this show to DC, it don't air and shit, then I get in trouble. So I go across the street to Penny McDonald to try to tell her how they trying to sabotage me. I walk in the control room, they producing 106 in Park Live. I go, yo, Penny, she see it on my face. Choke, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to fucking hear it. And I'm like, Penny, she like, Choke, not now, I don't want to hear it. I'm like, all right. I'm fuming, she don't know, I'm about to fuck this nigga up. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to keep it cool and shit. I go to Stephen Hill's office. I'm like, yo, I need to speak to Stephen. Oh, Stephen ain't here. Get him on the phone. We can't get Stephen. Get Stephen on the phone. Oh, we can't get Stephen. Oh, yeah? Okay. I go back in the office and shit. I'm like, yo, I need you to figure out, I got my flight. The niggas like, no, we ain't doing it, whatever. Me and I get the niggas out there. I'll try to fuck this nigga up. Come downstairs, nigga. Come downstairs. I invite the nigga downstairs. I want to beat this nigga ass, right? So when he don't come downstairs and shit, I go back upstairs. I'm learning politics. I sent Deborah Lee a fucking email. So now I done went over Penny head, I done went over Stephen head, and I went straight to the motherfucking president at the time, which was Deborah Lee. And by this time, Bob Johnson done passed the torch to her, you know, because we already did the 25th anniversary where I was sitting right behind both of them when he passed the torch to them, right? So I sent an email to Deborah Lee. Deborah Lee sees the email, and you know me, I'm street as a motherfucker. So the fucking email is raw as motherfucking Big Daddy Kane's raw. Fucking raw, nigga. I gave her the business and shit, right? So Deborah Lee contacts Penny and Steven, like, yo, what's this? So Penny, now that she calls me, yo, what happened? Steven calls me into his office. Oh, what happened? I was trying to tell y'all what they was trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Y'all wouldn't even listen to me to give a conversation to y'all, to tell y'all what was going on and shit. So now that I was gonna fight this nigga, these motherfuckers let me go. Well, they fired both of us. You know what I'm saying? They fired both of us and shit. Right? So now we both get fired and shit. And I'm pissed off. They know they wrong for firing me, but they only really firing me because I reached out to Deborah Lee. You know what I'm saying? Now they just talked to me as a producer and didn't shun me off and understand how serious it was, then I wouldn't even contact her. But being that shit happened, I blew the whistle. Everybody got in trouble. Me and Jason both lost our jobs, right? Cool, right? So now I learned politics of the industry. Now I'm walking around. I done left BET and shit. So now I'm figuring it out, right? So a little while later, they let me come back. Jason tried to go back. They like, fuck you, nigga. Like, you caused all this bullshit with your fucking hating and shit. They let me come back. They don't let him come back. But now I'm producing BET now. But this is where I learned about the gay shit and the blackballing. A publicist for the network, she would be the spearhead for this bullshit. This is the gay shit. How they test you for the gay shit at BET. And anybody at BET, I guarantee you, is somebody gonna be like, yo, that same shit happened to me. This is what they do, right? We all sitting at the table, staff members, right? The publicist is the leader of this game. She says, hey, we're gonna play a game. It's called Who Will You Kill, Fuck, or Marry, right? Now this game starts off with celebrities. So we're gonna go around the room, we're gonna ask the guys, who would you kill, fuck, or marry? J-Lo, Beyonce, or Ashanti? So niggas, you know, me, I'll be like, oh, I'll kill Ashanti, I'm gonna marry Beyonce, and I'm gonna fuck J-Lo, right? So it starts like that. Then it goes to the women. You know, Michael B. Jordan, Michael Jordan, fucking Mike Tyson, right? Then the shit gets weird. Because then she starts saying co-workers' names, right? So she goes around the room and says to the guys, out of the co-workers, to the guys, who would you kill, fuck, or marry? I swear to God on everything. If I had a Bible on my dead father. Eugene Caldwell, who's sitting at the table, Stephen Hill, and Penny McDonald. Penny was the only female in the equation. And they asking the guys this, right? Goes first. Now, it was sleeping with publicists at the time. We all know it now. It probably was a secret thing, but they done came out with that shit, right? It says, I will marry Stephen, fuck Eugene, and kill Penny. I will marry Stephen, fuck Eugene, and kill Penny. Right? First time, corporate shit, not knowing. Right? My dumb ass slaps on the fucking table in front of everybody. Oh, hell no! And get up and walk up from the table and go outside, right? At this time, this is when I smoke weed. I roll me a fucking blunt. I'm standing in front of the restaurant. I light the shit. I spark it. Soon as the motherfucking weed hit me, I said, oh, shit. I just played myself. I shouldn't have said nothing. That was a test. I go back into the restaurant, sit back at the table. Everybody's looking at me weird, right? Soon as everybody's finished, the publicist say, oh, her, we all going to his house. And then I hear them whispering, yo, Cho can't go. Cho can't go. And I'm like, why I can't go? And shit, Cho can't go. All right, fuck it. I don't want to go to that nigga house anyway. I'm like, I can't go. I start thinking. I'm like, oh, shit, right? Now, the story that I told y'all that happened with Jason and everything, right? And me and him get fired, boom. When I come back to BET, it's the producer of Rap City now. The nigga that will marry Steven, fuck Eugene, and kill the only woman in the equation is now producing Rap City, right? I'm like, oh, shit. So now, when I go back to BET, I'm a little more hip. And the fact that when I went into that meeting, he made me uncomfortable, I really know what's going on, especially after us sitting at that table. I know what's going on. So now, I'm learning more. So after I'm at BET for a while there, right? One day we had a party. I take Angel to this party. We with Steven, Connie Orlando, who's now the head honcho at BET, right? Shout out to Connie. We all at this party, right? So Angel's with us. And y'all remember, Angel's like one of the first ones with the fake big butt and shit. So they, they was treating her like a circus attraction. You know what I'm saying? They passing her around and whatever. This nigga Steven got her giving Connie lap dances and shit. And I'm like, yo, like I'm looking at Angel like, yo, what the fuck you doing? Like, don't be letting them carry you like that. You know what I'm saying? So in that same party, I don't know if I want to say this nigga name right now. I'm not going to say your name right now. I'm not going to say your name right now. This is my first time ever talking about this shit, right? We at the party, right? This nigga that I thought was my man was sitting right next to me, right? Angel done gave Connie a lap dance, all that shit that happened. She done gave, Steven giving her to give him lap dances and everything, right? So my man sitting next to me. Now I'm back in the fold. This nigga starts rubbing on my leg like this. I'm sitting next to him, and the nigga start going like this on my fucking, on my thigh right here. The nigga's going like this, right? Rubbing on my leg like this. And I stop and I'm looking at this nigga, right? This nigga's looking straight, but he's still like circling on my fucking knee. And I'm looking and I'm like, do I sock this nigga in his mouth and lose my fucking job again? What do I do right now? So I just roughly pushed his hand off me like, yo, nigga, what the fuck you doing? And I ice grilled him, like, yo, what the fuck you doing? And the nigga, like, he looked like shook. This is my first time ever talking about that shit. And I wanted to beat that nigga ass, but I learned from the Jason situation that I can't be that aggressive and shit in front of these motherfuckers. But that's when I learned about the gay shit in the industry. When they found out that I wasn't with it, then that's when all the blocking and the blackballing that y'all call started happening for me. I couldn't go to certain shit. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't be around certain people and shit. And I didn't know why. I know now why. You know what I'm saying? But as I came up in the industry with all these same people that came up with me, I started seeing people go through the door and they couldn't hang out with me no more. I couldn't go to certain parties with them no more. And those of y'all that are next to these big artists, that when they hanging out and they say, nah, you can't go, that's where they going, to them funny parties and shit. So my blacklisted started when I didn't want to be with the gay shit at BET. So they kill a show, and that's how I leave BET at that time, right? When I go back again, I go back in creative services, right? And when I get that job, the first day I get the job, they say, yo, Choke, you not gonna last here. I said, why you say that? They said, yo, you an alpha male. Alpha males don't last here. I said, what do you mean? He said, yo, the guy that runs this department, Kendrick, he walks around in a skirt, Choke. First incident I have with motherfucking Kendrick, this white lady, Melissa, she comes in. She don't know shit about black culture. They hire her over me. I gotta go to this fucking white girl and try to convince her about black humor and shit like that. Every pitch I go to her, she's shooting it down because she don't get it. And y'all know me, I'm very creative. I come with the dopest shit. She shoot it down, shoot it down, shoot it down, shoot it down, right? One day I do this commercial, Cedric the Entertainer show Soul Man. It was finalized, it was finished, right? In BET and creative services, you gotta go through mad channels to get approvals, to get it finalized. Here it goes finalized, right? So she brings in Kendrick into the edit bay to show him this fucking commercial she's so proud of that I did, super excited. He sees the commercial when at the end of the spot, it's supposed to say a tagline. Whatever it is, BT, Black Star Power, whatever it was, the commercial content was so much that it didn't have room for the tagline, right? So Kendrick says, oh, it's good, but where's the tagline? The white girl turns around to me and says, didn't I tell you to put that in there? And I'm like, didn't you tell me to put it in there? Like, yo, this is the final. Everybody approved this. You are bringing him in here after 4 people approved this and you approved it. Now, Kendrick should know that there was a chain of command for it to even get to this point, for him to even be in this room. But me being me, I stood up for myself. And I said exactly what I'm saying to y'all. How you gonna say and tell me you told me to do something when this is the final and da-da-da-da-da? Being an alpha male, Kendrick seen that, right? Later that day, I get fired. Just because I stood up for myself. I didn't call this woman a bitch. I didn't call her out my name. But him seeing me stand up myself, stand up for myself and be aggressive and defending myself. Because one thing about me, if I'm right, you ain't gonna tell me I'm wrong. They let me go just because I stood up for myself. And I never forget that shit. To this day, that dude tell me walking in and like, yo, you never gonna last here because you're an alpha male. As soon as you meet Kendrick, he's gonna fire you. That day I got fired. I got fired, right? Next day I go to court for child support. I ain't got no job. What they do? Locked me up. They locked me up. You gotta pay us $5,000 or 6 months in jail. And sent me to jail that very day. Didn't even give me another court date. I went to jail that day. So I learned so much about politics, and I'm going to end this right here just with that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's too much more to go in. But we're going to get into a lot of stuff with my show, all right? We're going to get into a lot of stuff, and shit like this is going to teach y'all a lot. A lot of y'all going to learn what not to do from what I learned not to do the hard way. You know what I'm saying? Even now, like at BET, you know what I'm saying? I should have an executive position at BET. I am way more advanced. I seen Connie Orlando recently, and I said, Connie, can I work with you? Hell yeah, you can work with me. Hit me up. Give me your number. Oh, DM me on Instagram. DM you on Instagram? I already knew that was a curve. You know what I'm saying? That was a fucking curve. And shit, maybe not. Maybe she busy, because I DM'd her. Maybe she busy and she just ain't see it yet. I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt. I haven't seen her again. But I learned again that watch how you move in this industry, because everybody's not built the way that you think they are. And a lot of niggas use their relationships to block you.
Choke no joke, yeah. It's choke no joke. Let's go. Choke no joke, chicken choke no joke. Choke no joke, niggas choke no joke. I know this industry chick with to blog. Yeah. When I had exclusives, I hit to all. Then she did some shit to piss me off. Okay. It was crap shit, so I brushed it off. They got to you, boo. Don't forget the light that I shined on you. And don't think I'm stupid, but I'm eyeing you. Coulda had some chicks cut and scratch on you, and you wouldn't have a clue. How fabulous to be, they throw you in a bag and shovel your ass like Kanye. Cause flashing lights come when a bullet spray, and your ass won't be found like Lady May. You don't carry me that way, you hear? Don't care how much dinero he got, or super you think he is there. I drag him by his cape, you could call it Cape Fear. Y'all industry cats, I ain't fucking around this shit. Yeah, I hit a dude with glasses, and if he bitch, I slap him. If he try to ever put flaws in my gym, use a hater, bitch, or a keyboard hate. Oh, joke, don't joke, and I'm destined to win. They got to you, we was cool. You supported me, I supported you. Then you stop acting like you used to. It's obvious that they got to you. They got to you, we was cool. You supported me, I supported you. Then you stop acting like you used to. It's obvious that they got to you. It was a rapper from the projects that was heartless. Top of the rap game was his target. Got lessons from a dude in which he started. out. Told him what the Lumen ones be about. And told him be best not to go that route. But the rapper saw he would possess riches and clout. For whatever the reason, the two had fell out. And the rapper from the project is standing out, illuminated like a house on Christmas time. Catch a few cases, but do no time. Strictly private jets, no more standing in line at the airport, Clearport, and showing signs of growth. Destined to be the GOAT, not L. The one with the horn, the one you hate souls. The more you feed, the more you grow. Your family member be the first to go. You don't shine, you illuminate the whole show. But you gotta keep recruiting or you're next to go. You cut off who need me cause they can't be amongst the elite. Crush his team's dreams of living supreme. A living big dream, fucking R&B bitch. You made it rich, stuck and kill shit like Poe. Showing up with the glow. Just to see you go, they go to your funeral. They got to you, we was cool. You supported me, I supported you. Then you stopped acting like you used to. It's obvious that they got to you. They got to you, we was cool. You supported me, I supported you. Then you stop acting like you used to. It's obvious that they got to you.